A 9-year marriage inside one of NASCAR's most powerful organizations is now down to its final chapter, and the man living it says he isn't even worried. Should he be? Because everything about Alex Bowman's 2026 season says the clock is ticking louder than he's letting on. Alex Bowman is racing out the final year of his contract with Hendrick Motorsports. He's currently sitting 29th in points. He's missed 4 races this season due to a vertigo issue. Only 2 top 5 finishes all year. And heading into Chicagoland, he told reporters flat out, he doesn't feel like he's racing for his job. That's the situation. Now let's get into what it actually means. 9 seasons in the number 48 car is not a small thing. That number carries weight. It's the machine Jimmy Johnson turned into a dynasty. Bowman inherited that seat and has spent his career trying to build his own legacy inside it. Now picture this, a driver in year 9 on the last page of his deal, watching a season fall apart around him in ways that don't even follow a normal pattern. He's struggling at tracks where Hendrick is historically dominant and somehow finding speed at tracks where the organization usually stumbles. That's not a simple performance slump, that's a team searching for answers in real time. And inside a Hendrick garage, that search matters. This isn't some underfunded team quietly fading into irrelevance. This is one of the flagship operations in the sport, quietly admitting through its driver that something is off company-wide. Here's where it gets interesting. Bowman is choosing his words with obvious precision. He's not denying that 2027 conversations are happening. He's not pretending silly season doesn't exist. What he's doing is drawing a hard line between contract anxiety and performance focus, and that's a veteran move. Strategically, this is smart. The moment a driver starts visibly racing scared, chasing results out of self-preservation instead of raw execution, mistakes multiply. Bowman seems to understand that psychological trap and is actively refusing to fall into it. But there's real risk buried underneath that composure. Sitting 29th in points with the season more than halfway gone is not just a rough patch, it's a resume problem. Hendrick Motorsports doesn't make emotional decisions, they make data decisions. And right now the data says underperformance regardless of how unlucky or unusual it looks race to race. The bigger question is whether Bowman's explanation that speed hasn't matched finishing position will hold up under organizational scrutiny. Teams love to hear, we were faster than the results show. Ownership groups eventually stop accepting it if the finishes don't start reflecting that speed. This is a driver trying to control the controllables while a much bigger decision is being built in the background by people who ultimately don't answer to sentiment. That combination, public calm, private uncertainty, is one of the most tension-filled positions in the entire sport right now. Some fans are going to hear, I'm not racing for my job, and respect the mental discipline. A driver refusing to let outside noise dictate his approach. Others are going to see a 29th place standing and a company known for accountability and read that same quote as denial, dressed up as confidence. Media coverage is likely to split the same way. Analysts who value composure under pressure will praise Bowman's mindset. Analysts who track performance trends will point out that composure doesn't fix lap times, and Hendrick has never been an organization that rewards patience over production. Best case, the second half of the season flips. Hendrick's engineering group solves whatever inconsistency has been plaguing the 48 car. Bowman's speed finally converts into finishes, and a new extension gets announced before the season even ends, turning this entire storyline into a footnote. Worst case, the slide continues. Bowman stays outside the playoff picture, silly season options tighten around him. And Hendrick Motorsports, the organization that always has suitors lined up for that seat, makes a business decision that has nothing to do with loyalty and everything to do with results. So here's the real question. Is Alex Bowman genuinely at peace with his situation? Or is this the calm before one of the biggest driver changes NASCAR sees this year? Drop your prediction in the comments. Does Bowman keep his seat, or does Hendrick move on? If you want the silly season breakdowns before anyone else covers them, make sure you're subscribed, because this story is far from over.